At the market, a boy stood staring blankly at the butcher, who was busy slaughtering chickens. When he got home, he pulled a chicken head out of his pocket as souvenir he'd picked up at the market. He stuffed the chicken head into a jar. Looking under his bed, you'd see dozens of jars just like it. Collecting animal remains was his peculiar hobby. Years later, the disappearance of a little girl caught the attention of the police. The girl had just finished school when she spotted a beautiful feather on the ground. She tried to pick it up, but the feather seemed to float away as if it were being controlled. She followed it, chasing it further and further, until she vanished without a trace. Her family reported her missing shortly after. The local police launched a massive search effort and eventually found the girl's body in a garbage dump. Sadly, she was no longer alive. This wasn't the first murder in recent times. Another girl had died in a similar way. A female officer suspected the two cases were linked and requested help from the forensic team. Unfortunately, the department was swamped with cases, and the only available forensic expert was her ex-husband's younger brother. Feeling awkward but knowing how critical the case was, she agreed to work with him. The forensic expert examined the girl's clothing and quickly noticed some suspicious traces. However, instead of jumping to conclusions, he went to the site where the girl had disappeared. Sure enough, everything matched his theory. The girl's clothing had a cross-shaped pattern that matched the design of a nearby fence. She had likely walked along the fence at the time of the incident. Ahead of the fence was a large tree. The forensic expert shook it gently, and asbestos powder fell from the branches. The same powder was found on the girl's clothing. The walls around the area were covered in moss, which also matched stains on her clothes. This proved that the girl had been there before her death. At the end of the path was a sewer filled with dirty water. The hem of the girl's skirt had water stains identical to the sewer's filth. This led to one conclusion: the girl had vanished right there in that sewer.